Welcome to episode 4 of One Take Talks. And before I get into the content of this video, how has your past week been? Any exciting news? Any cool, fun things? For me, I didn't really do much. I continued with my normal half marathon training, did some good runs, did my homework. Not really much cruising, but in an amazing way, like in a great, relaxing, peaceful way. But yeah, now that we're all caught up, let's get into the actual content. And today I want to talk about how to not be a loser as an ex-loser. Because firstly, I think a lot of people have this perception that being a winner is winning things, is getting gold medals or getting first place. And that's not what being a winner is. That's a byproduct of being a winner. The difference between being a loser and a winner is mindset. And from those mindsets, there comes different byproducts. Like for a loser with a loser mindset, you're not going to get first place. You're not going to get that gold medal. But as a winner, a byproduct of having that mindset is going to be you're going to get those gold medals. You're going to get first place. So with that cleared, this is how you're going to start being a winner. Start having that winner mindset and shift from being a loser to a winner and start doing the things you want to do and achieving your dreams. So the first thing I want to talk about is mental barriers, because everyone has these mental barriers, and it's kind of like your ability to hurdle over these mental barriers is what being a winner is. The better you are at overcoming mental barriers, the more of a winner you are. And it took me really long to grasp what I kind of mean by that, or like how this applies, or just any applicable way to understand this. And the best way for me was through running long distances. Because when I started my training for my half marathon 2 months ago, I started with my first ever run going all out. I ran 3 miles at a 10-minute, 30-minute per mile pace. And just a week ago, I ran 12 miles at a 9-minute per mile pace at like 7 out of 10 effort. And all of that improvement wasn't just from physical improvement. A lot of it was mental. I would say even the majority of it was from mental improvement, was from having a winner's mindset. And that's because once you run 3 miles, you're going to have this thing in your brain telling you to stop, telling you like there's so many more miles left, like you can't do this, like don't, like you cannot continue doing this. And if you have a loser mindset, you don't yet have the tools to overcome those mental barriers. You don't have the tools to keep pushing when it's really hard. So you're going to stop at 3 miles. But if you have a winner's mindset, you're going to be able to push through that barrier and hurdle over it. And then you can run 3 more miles and hurdle over that barrier. And you're going to run so much faster than you ever thought, or farther than you ever thought you ever could have, because of your ability to hurdle over those mental barriers. So whenever it comes to life or hardships, or say you want to, whatever your dream is, say you want to write a book, and you're writing the book and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm stumped. I don't know where I should go with the plot. I don't know what the character should do anymore. I'm stuck on chapter 2. What do I do after this? That's not a time to give up. That's your first hurdle. There's a plane. Hopefully you can't hear it. That's your first hurdle. So you should be able to, as a winner, try to hurdle over that block, that mental blockade. And the more you can hurdle over those things, the more you'll be able to write that book, the more you'll be able to achieve your goals. So try your best to push through hard times. When it's easy, obviously it's going to be easy to continue. When it's hard, you want to push through. And I think something that also contributes to being unable to hurdle over these blockades is a fear of failure. Because to have to improve and hurdle over those things and push through hardships, in a way, you have to put yourself through a crazy experience. And when you do that, people's perception of you is going to look different. Like people are going to see you fail. People are going to see you struggle. And for a lot of people, that could be embarrassing, because I just want to be seen as someone that's really good at something. I just want to be seen as someone that's smart, or someone that's super athletic, or someone that's very, I can write a whole book by myself. Like I'm so whatever. But when you struggle, people's perception of you change. And that's just part of having a winner mindset. That's just a part of transitioning from a loser mindset to a winner mindset. So you have to fail and just let people's perception of you change. Because at the end of the day, other people's perception of you is totally irrelevant. It's just you and what you want to do in life. So really, that really doesn't matter. But yeah, the first thing is to hurdle over those mental barriers. And the second thing is when you try something, because a lot of the times when I had a loser mindset, I would try something and I wouldn't actually try. I would just do it with minimal effort and I would be waiting for a reason to give up. So if I was running track and field and my coach or my peers told me just just try and practice and you'll see yourself improve, I would do the bare minimum in practice. And once I notice, oh my goodness, like my shin hurts a little bit or my knee hurts a little bit or something feels off or I don't know, or like just I have a headache, that would be, I would just take that as a sign that this isn't for me. I don't need to do this. This is, like I told you, this isn't what I want to do. And it's almost like you don't actually want this. You don't actually want to achieve this goal, is what your actions show. So if you want to do something, try. Don't try to find a reason to fail. Don't put in like 5% and wait till you fail, till you want to give up and just give up. Because you are going to fail. And the whole point of putting in 100% is so you keep going after you fail. If you put in 5%, you're just going to give up right when you fail. And it's pointless. You're just going to get nowhere. So if that's something you struggle with, maybe find something that you are more driven to achieve. If you don't want to run a half marathon, like, no, really, there's like 2% of the population actually wants to run a half marathon. So I'm not saying like, oh, like run a half marathon or get really good at track and field. Like, what do you want to do? What actually drives you? And get good at that. And do it without waiting for a reason to give up. Do it with 100% effort and go all in. Because if there's someone that loves running short distances and you tell them to try running long distances or just like whatever, if they're not intrinsically driven or actually want to do it, it's pointless. It's not going to be fulfilling, and they're not going to try as much as someone who does want to do it. So find out what you want to do, and that way you won't be doing things waiting for a reason to give up, waiting to be like, I knew this wasn't what I wanted to do, or I knew this wasn't right for me. If you know it's not right for you, don't do it. Find something that you think is right for you and try and give it your 100% and keep going. Now, down to my last point, and I feel like this one is really, really, really important, and it's that you have to assume that people have the best interest for you. It's almost like the innocent until proven guilty thing, where you can't assume someone has bad intentions without them proving that they have bad intentions. And I used to have this mindset when I was a loser that people were out to get me. People always looked down on me. And with that perception in mind, I would treat people like they have already done something bad or have bad intentions. And in doing that, I missed out on so many opportunities and came off as so weird. I remember one time when I was in my freshman year in high school, there was somebody that wanted to play rock, paper, scissors with me. And in my head, I thought they were just looking down on me and looking down on me and trying to like socialize with the weird kid or the quiet kid. So I just fully ignored them. And looking back, I'm like, wow, like that is so insane. Like someone just wanted to play rock, paper, scissors during PE, and I somehow made it, spun the narrative to make it like they were some villain. So assume people have the best interest in you, even if like 5 years out you realize that they didn't have the best interest in you. Still assume that they do, because at the end of the day, thinking that someone else has the best interest in you has nothing to actually do with the other person. It has to do with you and you living the most enjoyable life. And in a way, being naive is so beneficial. It's so nice to trust in humanity, to trust in that people are nice, to believe in people's kindness. Because if someone isn't kind, it happens. Like that's okay. It doesn't work out. But if people are kind, you will make the best ever amazing experiences. But if you just shut yourself out and assume that people have bad intentions and you don't believe in humanity, you're gonna miss out on yes, you're gonna protect yourself, but you're gonna miss out on so many experiences in life, and you're gonna end up being very unfulfilled. Yes, you protected yourself from potential bad people, but in doing that, you miss out on so many authentic, amazing experiences. And that will lead to a lot of envy, because you'll look at people that have close relationships, close friendships, and feel so envious because you're over here assuming everyone has bad intentions while other people are making close friends and having fun and being kind. And it's just, it creates so much jealousy. And that's a huge part of being a loser, is not having trust. And even trust within yourself. Even sometimes when you're a loser, you don't even trust yourself. You don't even trust yourself to do the things that you say you would do. And that's like a whole different thing from this point. There's trusting other people that they have good intentions, but there's also trust within yourself. Like, you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, or you say something's going to happen and it doesn't happen. And through doing that, you reinforce that your voice does not matter that much, that what you say never actually becomes reality. You're just talking to talk. And when you do that, your brain subconsciously ranks the meaningfulness of your voice so low, like F rank, like on the bottom tier. Like, that's how meaningful your voice is to yourself. And because your own voice is F rank, everyone else's voice is going to matter so much more than yours. When someone calls you mean things or insults you, or whatever, since your voice is F rank, what you say to refute them doesn't matter, because your voice, you clearly have taught yourself that your voice is meaningless. So you're not going to listen to yourself, but you are going to listen to the people that insult you. You are going to listen because their voice is maybe like B rank, C rank, which is much higher than F rank. So work on climbing the tiers of making your voice meaningful. Say things and do them. If you're going to do your homework at 3 p.m., do your homework at 3 p.m. I know it sounds so meaningless, but that's how you shift your mindset. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens with these small behavior changes. I didn't just wake up one day and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just believe in humanity and like figure out what I love and do it. Like, no, like, it happened slowly. You develop small habits and things happen, and then pieces connect, and then you fully shift. So apply these small habits. Be mindful of the loser habits you have and try to change them. Try to see when you're purposely trying to fail so you can get out of something. Be mindful of the mental barriers you have to overcome when doing certain tasks. And when you realize that you're in that type of situation, do your best to keep pushing. Do your best to do what a winner would do. And you will grow slowly, but very, very surely. So that's all I have for this episode. Let me know what you want. For the 5th episode, I may do something special for 5. I feel like that's a milestone, 5 weeks of uploading. But yeah, let me know what you want for the next video. This is how to become a winner, how to stop being a loser and become a winner from an ex-loser. So yeah.